turn on the mic. It should be working. So you guys just start to see me scratching my beard. That's what happened. But hopefully you guys should be able to hear me. Let me see right here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I see my face over there. So welcome. Welcome guys to yet another Q&A live stream, Q&A chat live stream, where I'm still waiting for the update itself. Yes, you might be wondering why BossTheModern haven't uploaded, because I was saying to y'all that a video was about to be uploaded when I get the update. Turns out I've been waiting 3 days and I've never gotten the update for the beta test. That was kind of inconvenient if I want to say anything myself, because I was waiting and praying for that update, but it never shows up. Perhaps I should be talking to the developers about it. I'm not entirely sure, but that's what I'm thinking. That's what I at least be thinking about at this point. I should have been actually throwing this live stream, since I've never been able to see that kind of update, but it never really showed up. So here we are, sitting down there, shouting whatever we want, shout whatever we like. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to be shouting some more, instead of actually playing the update, because the update isn't out yet. I could have, for example, made some builds video, but I didn't feel like doing for it. So instead, I want to throw another live stream, since I don't really live stream that much, if I want to say so myself. So here we are. We're just gonna be sitting down, chilling. Perhaps grab some snacks. Got some drink over there. Not like alcoholic beverage, if you're thinking about that. Little Coke. That's all. That's all I pretty much need. But anyways, if you have any questions, anything you want to say, be sure to type that in the chats that I would like to know. Other than that, perhaps we should be playing some games. Well, about the BossTheModern community, we're still growing. That promotion, though, actually was pretty helpful. If I want to say so myself, that play was really helpful. Promotion that just happened. It actually went down quite well. If I want to say so myself, went down real quite well. And my community is still growing just because of that. So I still got some stuff to do, and also actually our drawing, a world that I'm still doing. I'm still going on with the drawing aspect of this, but hopefully at some point maybe I can get the time to put myself together and actually get to do all the school stuff and all the stuff that I really need to do. That's all I'm going to be thinking about. Other than that, if we look over here, let me show you guys. So if I go through here and go through the beta build itself, you can see that there's no mails, or else I would have deleted the stream. So yeah, you guys can see that there is no beta. There is no beta update. I don't get why, but what happened when I went to the test flight page was that I was getting test flight. I was getting this update, but I wasn't able to update the game, or I've yet to receive any kind of update, if I want to say so myself. That's the issue right here. I have yet to get an update for this beta build right here, and I've been waiting for 3 days. I thought when they meant soon, I thought they were only meaning like 1 day, and then that's it. Let's check out the new update. But it never really happened. Fortunately, though, we got a hint from the developers on the Facebook page on what kind of update it might really be. And as it turns out to be, it's just... Well, as it turns out to be, it is just about the Etus plane. That's pretty much one part of the update that we know about, that they managed to complete part of Etus plane. It might not be whole of it, but it's still something. And as the days pass by, we just get ourselves ever closer to the long-awaited Shadow Fight Arena. We put one PvP game as a side project by another team to develop. It really kind of wanted to stutter and puzzle the players, making them think whether or not the developers are actually working quite efficiently, or if the workflow still remains the same. for my own part, it kind of went a little bit more up later this year because we didn't get any kind of major update throughout the half of the year, and this other half of the year turned out to be the year that is filled with updates and finishing products and now launching beta tests, as you guys might already notice. All launching beta tests, all launching everything. And this is what I was recording on that video. What to test, because you're about to download the version 1.21.2, la la la. You guys already know that about the beta test pre-download video that I just made. And honestly, I am refreshing the page. I'm checking out. There's only been one guy who managed to update the game, update the beta game. Other than that, no one else really managed to update. And part of the reason for that is because whenever I first time received the mail from Neki about the test flight, I didn't get the mail. No, I didn't manage to open the link. It was like invalid or expired and stuff like that. Really, that's all what it was. And then I received another mail from Neki about re-sending this kind of stuff, about resending the test flight, and now I didn't really need it because, as I figured, I had to only delete the previous build and then open it again, refresh it, and then I see new update. So just went straight on and downloaded that and see what happened. Now I really wonder if I should do the same right here because nothing big really happened, to be completely honest. So that's that update. Perhaps I should write down to support later on after this live stream, because now you guys don't even get to see me play the update, which is sad, but hopefully you can find a way around it. I'll be testing it, and I'm already at chapter 7 part 1, and I'm out of gems, and this is where I'm going to be pretty much, and I won't be able to reach it. But the fact that the developers were hitting me that I'm going to be getting the E to explain, that part of the update is going to be E to explain, is actually an advantage for my own part, because that means I finally am able to get the remaining 2 legendary cards I have, aside from having the opportunity for marathons. That is, I can now have the chance of getting 2 legendary cards, the Guardian Dragon Helmet and the Emerald Claw Quan Dao. That's the only thing I need, and then after that, I'm pretty much done with the game, and then I can already make some fun videos, build videos. I already mentioned that like 4 times before about this kind of thing, but now we're just gonna be waiting. But when the update is gonna be out, I'm not entirely sure. The only thing I know is that the developers have problems about sending those mails to the people who've actually been beta testing, and why they've been having problems, because I got the issue, and then they had to send another mail, so that I have to open it up again and get that mail. I get that mail, another mail about test flight. It's just the same stuff. It just didn't show the 1.22 update as I was hoping it did. It didn't. Instead, it had the same description, and it only led me to press open. That's pretty much what it all did. So that was that kind of update right there. Though I'm still waiting for the update. Perhaps I should be writing to support to tell them that, hey, update your game. Update your game. Or what are you even doing at this point? Because now I really wonder if they're managing their beta program, because at this point many players have the issue of not being able to use the link, use the providers that the developers have given them, including me, although not really, because I managed to access the beta test 1.21, which was supposed to be updated, but it wasn't. But many of those players did not manage to use their methods, their providers that the developers have given to even update the game. That was the literal problem for them. And then when I received another mail, then the developers were showing up their stuff. They were showing the update. Yeah, they showed the beta test that I was participating in, everything like that. And when I just clicked off again, because I clicked off because it had the same description as the refresh page I just received right there, and now it just says invalid again. So I don't know what plans the developers have for that. Perhaps I should be checking Facebook to see if there's anything, because in the Facebook page there's only been one guy who actually managed to update their game. Only one guy. So that's that. And I don't know if I can even find that guy again, but just gonna be waiting to see what really gonna happen. Perhaps we actually get something. Who knows? Who knows, really? And so far, I don't even see any kind of updates as we speak. I don't even see any updates. It's just memes and stuff like that. It's nothing that big after all. Not until now. It's just a bunch of random posts, not beta posts nor anything. And that guy who already posted that he was already getting the. That guy who already posted that was getting the beta update 1.22. Yeah, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, Ramsharachan. Today we're just gonna be chatting because the developers failed with the program. The developers kinda had an issue when it comes to sending out the betas. Or should I say the providers for the beta, and this guy was actually making Photoshop Trishaku cards, which I already seen. They look really fancy, and it's easy to fall for such things. Although if you know stuff, then you know you're not gonna be falling for that easily. We have collector sprint. That's one thing for sure. We have collector sprint, and yeah, it was this guy. You're about to download the version 1.22. It's this guy in particular. I'm looking at Facebook, but I'm not showing at the moment. It's this guy in particular. It says last updated October 16th, 2020. You're about to download version 1.22. Your task is to update the previous version using this update. That's for real what it says. Your name's Yasser? Okay, hello Yasser. If you want me to call you that, then you're welcome. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. That's all. And if there are anyone else who might be interested into chatting around a little bit in the live stream, be sure to share them. Be sure to share forward. I have no idea when the Shadowfight 3 update is going to be sliding by, because I don't have direct contact with the developers. If I did, maybe I could provide some hints that they allow me exclusively to do. But as for now, no. We're not there yet. We're not there just yet. So we're going to be patient, guys. We're going to be patient a little bit about this. And I have a bunch of other stuff. I have school stuff. I have drawing stuff, and I also have game stuff to do. So getting quite busy nowadays with stuff. It's getting back to the everyday basis as I already finished the autumn break and stuff like that. But hopefully, since I didn't upload the videos for 2 days, this is all the content I just provided because of beta tests and all of that stuff. This is what would be rolling. And yeah, because why I couldn't even make a video in the first 3 days of this week was because I forgot this. I forgot the headphones, which I already mentioned in the beta update video that I just did. Well, not beta update, but the beta test video that I just did. So that was quite unfortunate, if I want to say it that way, that I forgot the headphones as I was heading to Bix's house. You could say so, that the updates in October, you could say that, because we still got some days left before 3rd of November, which is the Shadowfight Arena launch, and also the US elections. Just so you guys are quite aware of that. This is a live stream of me chatting and also waiting for a beta update. I really wonder if I delete the app. I really wonder if I delete the app on whether or not I will get the update. I have yet to know. But what I want to know is go in the game, write a feedback. I'm gonna be writing live feedback. I gotta write live feedback to the developers, asking about the update and asking about what's the issue right here, because back in the previous beta build that I did months ago, there was uh, there was only 1 day until we got an update. Right now we got a sale. But hey, guess we could be waiting. Yeah, it's been like 3 days, so I really wonder what actually happened. All right, if we're gonna wait, then we're gonna go to beta build and then spam this reload. Reload. How many days is gonna go before I receive the update? I don't know exactly, but hey, wrong site, man. I thought that was camera, then I pressed the wrong app. All right, anyways, just gonna be waiting, man. Just gonna be waiting. I'll wait with asking Neki. I'll wait with that. Yeah, but the beta servers are working, so the update is supposed to be so the update is not there. And whenever an update was out, then I got a notification on the game saying that please update the application, and I had to wait for probably an hour before I even received any kind of update about the game. So whenever I go through the beta build right now and press through the beta test, let's see if I actually close this app right here. Actually reload this app. Hold on, let me just see. Wow. Reading comments also, by the way, because some of you guys may just give some shilling advice while I'm just sitting down drinking Coke. Well, we wait for 3 days, so this has been longer than what people had expected, pretty much. So now people got a question. It's only one guy in Facebook page who received the update. No one else happened to receive that, or at least share it, so that because whenever people receive the update, then they usually share it. But it's only been one guy, so I'll just be thinking, okay, it's only been that guy, so he's the only guy who got the update. So that's that. Nothing special on the Facebook page. I'm just gonna be waiting till tomorrow, apparently. In the meantime, we could just sit down and chat stuff. Yeah, I was telling earlier that some guy was receiving the 1.22 update. Only one guy from the Facebook page who received that update, and he shared it. No one else did. It was an Android user. Only one guy. I'm not even joking. I'm reading through the Facebook page or the Facebook group Shadow Fight 3 and Arena. So my conclusion would be that Neki just kind of failed into giving their updates out to players. So we just gotta wait. Well, it's so funny that I just it's so funny that I just deleted the previous build because I had the previous build which I made video about months ago. That other beta update about other beta update for the new upcoming sets. That was that beta build. I still had the beta build until there was registration for the update. Registration for this beta build. And now and now we like kind of failing. You never know how many bugs. Well, you might notice there's gonna be some bugs, but so far haven't been experiencing any. Quite frankly, I haven't been experiencing any kind of bugs lately. So that's that. So I don't know what their plans is, but I think they might be working. I'm not entirely sure if they working or just taking a break from their work. Don't know. I don't know their plans at all. I don't know how they work, like their procedure, their time schedule, their schedule of working. We don't know that. We don't know it yet. So yeah. And so far the posts are pretty random. There are no such things. There's no such thing as some news at this point. Not for now. That's what I can tell. Yeah, we're testing so we can see bugs, and we're also tested to know how testing really works, apparently. I played in global release as well. I just started ever since global release. I just stayed updated with the page. And there have been several beta waves, which made a lot of people impatient because they want the real deal and not just betas. Nothing else so far. This has been pretty much what happened. Perhaps I can get a bug reported by the video itself and Nick is watching. Hmm. I guess the future videos is gonna be some. I guess what it's gonna happen is I am going to I'm going to wait and then I'm just gonna be uploading videos. That's my plan. So my plan would be to update you guys with some videos, give you guys some videos about builds and going through the events, stuff like that, same stuff. Perhaps using different kind of gear that is. Yeah, Sarge was named Otto Heim, but I'm not sure if he even says that anymore because I didn't pay attention to the story. Now that I already made a recent video about it. Now that I actually made a recent video about it. Try new games. Well, I don't really have been doing new games so far. Hmm. So they just threw away the idea that he had a real name called Otto Hein. Well, That is something for the OG players. If you know what Sergeant's name really is, then that's that. Because I remember when I was watching YouTubers beta videos that the Sarge was like, "Hi, my name's Otto Heim, but you can call me Sarge." Shadowfire 3 Facebook where they post stuff. Shadowfire 3 Facebook page and also Shadowfire 2 and 3, no, Shadowfire 3 and Arena Facebook group. That's where I'm usually out to check out to see if there's any kind of updates from people. In which can several occasions spoil me about some content, whether it's like a new event just popping by and stuff like that. But no, there's no news, so you just gonna be waiting. That's all. So we're just gonna be waiting. You're watching meme-ish videos. Anyways, don't know if it's gonna be exactly long live stream. Just gonna be a little bit long one before I actually try to run some videos, more face cam videos, because there's definitely gonna be. So my second face cam video is already going to be on the way after this. Tomorrow. If the beta update is not out, then I would make that video. If it's out after I made the video, then I'm gonna be making the video tomorrow. That's all. I'm just gonna be figure out when to do it. Fun story, man. Remember you were playing silently the SF2 game until you got a notification back in 2017. I have Saudi time 11:10, so you're basically 1 hour ahead. That's what you're saying. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Other than that, there's been nothing that big at all. Nothing really. And also the sound of this, man. I've turned on max. I turn on max volume, man. It doesn't even tell the sound. I turn on max volume, man. The sound just still sound relatively low. Like you have to be in a very silent room if you guys gotta be able to hear me that well. Me listen. Yeah, I just noticed that, Greenvine. I just noticed that. I just heard your snoring during that call. So you're from Romania, alright, 11-12, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so basically you both live in the same time zone. But I live 1 hour behind. That is the difference. I live 1 hour behind both of you. And so far, the promoted video is actually about to catch up. I'm not even joking. If I open another, if I open another web page right here, and then studio channel dashboard, YouTube Studio. You guys should be able to see. You guys should be able to see it. So I currently have 522 subs. And what kind of increase was that by the video? Yeah, we already at... So we're plus 51 in the last 28 days, which is actually a big step forward, given that all the videos I made. Perhaps I should be making a playlist. A playlist about the full moon riddles event, because I still have to make one, and I already made conclusions for both of them, and then I made an event comparison. I then play only one prison break, and then the 500 subs, and now we're on the beta pre-download. But if I filter, if I actually go through mobile, actually, and then go through YouTube Studio right here, you guys should be able to see it. So that is that video, and then we go through videos, we go through sort by and most viewed. This video that got promoted is the second most viewed video, and it's soon about to catch up the fast credits farming video. Man, like what an achievement that is, though. Yeah, that is Coca-Cola. Yeah, it's fun to try to reach out like this and actually chat with people, because you don't really see it that often to YouTubers who might be creating this. So it's been like, hey, why don't I become the one who wants to take initiative through my own commentary and interact with all of the people? Imagine if there's be spam chatting, then I wouldn't be able to like comprehend the 100,000 words that I have to comprehend and say to every kind of answer if there's gonna be like 1,000 people typing. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, man. We can just refresh and see what happens, because tomorrow I'm probably gonna be checking out the number, because it's already about to catch up the fast credits farming video. I'm not even joking. The full moon riddles, which has the different way of actually playing the game itself, which is fun. So yeah, so this has been what happening so far. This has pretty much been what's happening so far. So wait, most viewed. Wait, most recent. That's the default setting. Yeah, I can tell, man. It's about to catch up to fast credits farming. It's soon gonna be the #1. It's soon gonna be the #1 most viewed video in my channel, which I really appreciate that it is. Look at the likes versus dislikes, though. I want to see that. That's definitely what I want to see. Pixel Gun has been quite fun for quite a while, until I just changed game and actually have more fun in what I'm doing right now. And yeah, you can see we have quick 1-day marathon August. More Shell Fight 3 videos are actually popping out amongst the popular videos. And also, I occasionally uploaded Shell Fight 3 videos, but I wasn't going for real into the Shell Fight 3 until now recently. Now I got some news. Xbox gameplay, which also was a thing, because I was doing Xbox gameplay, and I still have Xbox though, but when I tried to connect the Xbox to the Shell Fight 3, it didn't really work. So that's that. Alright, let me just get out of here. And don't go through photos, but go through camera. There we go, man. Because when I went to photos, I just realized I was on the wrong page, because I wanted to show the camera. No, I wouldn't expect new events, because there was a Telegram page stating that the developers... There was a Telegram page stating that the developers were going to have only 2-3 new events for the rest of the year. That's all. Geometry Dash, yeah, I heard about that game. I call it Race Simulator. Frankly. So yeah, no, it's gonna no, yeah, it's gonna be a chapter, dude. It's gonna be a chapter. You can believe in that. It's gonna be a chapter. It's gonna hint for Etu's plane because we have a post from Facebook regarding that. So that's that. So I'm pretty sure Etu's plane is taking its first steps. And that's when I'm going to be getting the remaining two legendary cards before I say myself done with the game. Because I'm only and only missing those two cards before I say myself done. It's even been hinted at Facebook. I don't know how many times I said it, but I know I said it enough times for y'all guys here. Because it was in one page and by the developers. If I go through here and not Neki but Shell Fight 2 and 3, click there and then we get their page. Hopefully they, yeah, it was posted at 15th October 15th. I was trying to not look back, but someone was there all the time. I felt his presence. Someone lied to us, tricked us both. Are you aware of this, E2? I am. We were both betrayed. And we see Bolo. We were both betrayed. Someone was there all the time, Shadow Mind, who thinks it was E2. E2 was removed in that paradox. So yeah, it says right here, someone lied to us, tricked us both. Are you aware of this, E2? I am. We were both betrayed. Well, given the coherence that if we think about that, I was trying to not look back, but someone was there all the time. I felt his presence. I was trying not to look back, but someone was there all the time. I felt his presence. Someone lied to us, tricked us both. Are you aware of this, E2? I am. We were both betrayed. I think about that. Bolo is with E2? Hmm. We see a different, we see like a saturated void room image with Bolo in it. That's what we see. We see a saturated void room image with Bolo in it. That's one thing. That's one thing I can tell for sure. That's that. But are you aware of this? That's just another. That's just another question. We got some real discussion going on over there. You might be thinking Yolanda or Moira. But who says we're both betrayed? Are we really that convinced that it's E2? Because remember, guys, in this paradox, E2 is replaced. E2 was replaced. E2 never existed. And yeah, in the main story, Moira destroyed the freaking world. She like awakened to become the destroyer because apparently Shadow has a higher historical index than us. That's probably That's what the developers were saying. That's how the history index worked. That's how the that's how the importance of people work, because everyone have their historical index, and the higher the historical index, then the greater the chance of success you have. And it was told when Shadow had a higher historical index than anyone else in the existing Shadow Fight 3 world universe, he could accomplish pretty much anything beyond more, or at least more than anyone else. That was the logic. That was actually that logic. Yeah, because Stranger and Bolo used the same clothes. They both use the saccadic masking. And if there's variants, it's still saccadic masking because of the color selection and the armor parts that are used to show that. So people pretty much speculate too that whether Bolo is the stranger, but we don't see him use the cube, because if a stranger uses the cube, we can pretty much tell it's Bolo. That's one thing for sure. But the stranger tells itself he's a scientist. But Bolo also did experiment with shadow energy, and Okada was also working with it about that, and he was creating shadow bots. But Stranger was saying he's a scientist. Like, they're trying to make it look like he's actually someone else. He might be, and he might be Bolo, because they used the same clothes. People are definitely speculating about that. I think the developers did that, but they don't really want to tell him until probably they're gonna be releasing like one line that would already determine to know whether it's Bolo or not. Because I don't think they would blatantly give a stranger abilities of Bolo, because then we all knew that it's actually Bolo, and that it wasn't really another guy, and that the stranger guy the stranger guy was Bolo, who needed help after all, after we had to defeat his own clones. But I don't think it will be working like that. Given that if you have copies of persons who can time freeze people, that would be a little bit wild. Yeah, he was there. The stranger was actually there to talk with Shadow Mind. That's true. Stranger was there to talk with Shadow Mind. What's gonna happen in Marcus Plane? Well, I pretty much think that Marcus and Splinter have a different story. Now here's the thing. There wasn't many new characters the developers were saying. They were saying that there's gonna be likely more new characters exclusively from the planes, because the Heralds and the Legionnaire faction were both radical factions, and therefore, given that they're going to get themselves some, and therefore they're going to be getting themselves some new characters that we never seen before. Because in June's Plane, there was no new characters. There was Captain Fang, there was Jiang Su, who was called Xander the Immortal. So it was pretty much all of that info that we got. That's what it was. None of that, we should all be well focused on what's happening on this end right here. Alright, let me see over here. No special news so far. No special news. Might be feeling weird about that. me see right here. What about the group? Wait, what is this? The Discord. Let me check out here. They were saying Shadow Fight. No, the developers were actually having a Shadow Fight arena Q&A. Didn't they? They were going to be having some Telegram, weren't they? Shibata might be our companion, yeah, because Fang was pretty much the guy who was our companion most of the day strip. And in this paradox, June did not exist. June was only Shadow Mind's one of was only a Shadow Mind form. And the same phenomenon is gonna happen with Itu and Marcus in their own respective planes. So what they really have to say, that's a story for when the day comes by where I'm gonna be uploading a video about about that story. That's one thing I'm gonna be telling you guys for sure. So let me see right here. I never know when exactly gonna be getting the update, but I just want to refresh, see if there's anything. So far, there's nothing yet. Alright, I guess we're gonna be waiting. I guess it's gonna be another day of waiting. And perhaps it's just gonna be a drawing and then wait until tomorrow and start school again. So that I have a bunch of school stuff to do. So that's gonna be pretty much that. And we're almost out of coke, so pretty much that's gonna be going towards wrapping up for the stream. But not really right now. We can wait for some longer. And then you say Emperor was like our dad. But I think Bolo's clone is gonna be in this chapter. Might not be exactly that because we replaced June. The reason why Emperor was the dad because June was the princess of the Emperor. That's why. And since we replaced June, since we replaced someone, the idea of the planes is that we replaced either of these persons in their own planes. So the relations, it's not gonna be exactly the same. Bolo's not gonna be exactly the father because he doesn't have any connection with Itu. There was nothing about that Bolo was Itu's father, nor was it that one of his clones was Itu's father, which could sound already wild, but yeah. But if we replace Marcus, there's no gonna be Marcus's mom and dad and such stuff. We're still gonna be replacing Marcus, and that will already have certain effects onto the paradox that we're gonna be in whenever that slides by. At first, I actually was thinking that Marcus's plane was going to be out first, because whenever we first saw those three symbols in their own planes, it first went to Dynasty, then Legion, and then Heralds. But apparently, Itu's plane is going to be showing up first, so yeah, now we know that. So I'm definitely going to be waiting. I'm definitely going to be waiting. What the developers have, that is just a story for another time. What the developers might be have, that's just pure speculation. But perhaps they might be foreshadowing what's going to be sliding by next in their own planes. That's what I could tell at least. They might be foreshadowing something. You never really know. Maybe foreshadow the continuation of story, like whatever the continuation of the story might be. That's pretty much what it can be. So yeah, my estimation is I'm not gonna be constantly looking over the Facebook to see if there's anything because I don't really do that. I just pass time by doing something else, which is drawing or practicing language. or read some randy news. Other than that, we're just gonna be still chatting just a little bit more before we wrap up. It's just the same news, so I guess we're just gonna be talking for a little bit longer before we say our goodbyes. As for now, and I've seen a closed beta test. Shadowfight 3 CBT and the current product is very different based on the UI layouts and the and how the storyline just are. Well, you could only compare the first chapter, the first couple chapters, because that's what the game was already about. And we were like waiting for Harold's faction to be available, and there you go, Harold's available after certain months. Sometimes the Shellfight 3 is buggy. I haven't experienced that, but if you experienced it, then you might be considering talking to the developers about it if you actually didn't have that, if you haven't done so. No news. Because I'll be playing. Yeah, that's actually what happened. Because the timber wolf in there. Yeah. I see that because I had the same thing. There is a bug. I thought I wasn't experiencing any bugs, but I actually did. There is a bug with the steel butterfly's legendary axe that whenever you shock your opponent, aka Timber Wolf, in the beta test, which I actually did when I was walking through that storyline one day and getting to chapter 7, it was it turned out to happen that those axes were anchored, so it was flying on a standstill whenever we knocked the axes out. Usually, when opponents get shocked, the weapons will just fall down, right? But this picture right here included that the axes weren't falling out, and I'm not sure if I actually had that problem either. But we're going to be seeing. Looks like another guy got the same bug. Oh, so it's not that. So it's not just those axes. It's for real. It's for real. Every axe, because common axes also have that problem. Yeah, those axes still fly in the air. I was just scrolling around to find something interesting, and then, aha, this gave me some memories because I actually saw that too. And I was saying that there wasn't any bugs right here, but I was wrong. There was some bugs after all. Good to know. Or retentions? Really, Suka? And still a bunch of random memes. Alright, let's just not look too much over there to be completely honest. Yeah, there was a freezing problem with when fighting Master Okada in June's plane. Apparently, when I checked through the media. there was several problems about there was just that problem that just got spread out all over the news of the Child Fight 3 Facebook group about it. So really, that's just been that. But fortunately, as you said, it already got fixed. So now people get advanced because if the game freezes because of a chapter game, then you basically cannot progress until you fight through that condition. So that's something to put in mind. That's all, pretty much. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be making videos, Shadow Fight 3 videos. I'm gonna be continuing to make those Shadow Fight 3 videos until I finally get the update, which I don't know when, but it's gonna happen, and I'll be definitely waiting. Was considering to type. Perhaps I will be doing to see what they're up, because I didn't choose to do right now. Not just because you guys said it, but it was no, it's also because perhaps I just gonna be waiting a little bit myself, actually, to just wait a little bit extra, because if it's gonna be like 5 days before the update, then oh, okay, then we're just gonna be waiting a little bit. But if it's a week, then I probably would ask the developers. If it's going through a week, I'm just gonna ask the developers to see if they still got some days or something, or what their plan was, or if they revoked the beta test because of this technical issue they have with launching the beta test. So that's that. Shadow Fight 3 dev video. I think I watched one of them. Let me see what exactly you mean, because there were one or a couple of dev videos, if I'm not mistaken. If I just go through the Shadow Fight 3 channel. You only see my cheek. Isn't that lovely? So we go through here. And then we go to videos. Alright, they've been posting so much. The year director's cut. Year of Shadow Fight 3. Lunar Festival. Yeah, okay. I see what that is. I see what that is now. Yeah, it was developer's diary. Characters trailer. Yeah, and that's when Deng Rao was actually Ran D. He was called Ran D before, in the early days, before they changed his name to Deng Rao. The very first video the Shadow Fight 3 channel had was the Shadow Fight 3 beta video, just a clip of the fighting itself. And then we have Developer's Diary #1, the team, composing music, composing everything, and doing animations. And then they had Developer's Diary #2, yeah, so, yeah. Roofer. Developer bloopers. Yeah, I actually watched that. Shadow Fight 3 development blooper. I actually watched that. It was pretty funny. I think it gives a fun time to see what kind of fails, and bugs the developers have gone through, pretty much. Ron D reveal. What's about Ron D and Kibo, because this is taking a part of the story, and they have their own kind of importance to the story, and now they changed. Now when you face Deng Rao, you aren't the first time you aren't facing it with the Quan Dao anymore. Now you face it with a Da Dao. And Kibo still remain the same, aside from design changes and also intro post change. And perhaps some small tweaks with her dashing ability, which we all know, which is called Shadow Onslaught, if we take Shadow Arena abilities coherent with Shadow Fight 3. Let me refresh the page. Yeah, there was a developer's diary in that. 4.5 kilobytes per second. Uh-huh. So what is the settings on here then? Can I even open that up? I can. Hmm. Lost images. But that's not where it really is. Oh, wait. Okay, that is the bit rate. It's on 2.5K, but I don't know if I amp up the bit. But I don't know if I amp up the bit rate, then it's gonna be something else. Old Felcher. Yeah, I remember when they had Felchers. I remember the first Felcher. It was basically a Kendo guy, rather than the actual Felcher that they just written down. They were at the first Felcher was actually just a Kendo man with a Naginata. That's pretty much the Kendo set. And now we actually have the Felcher itself that they already planned out. So now we actually know how they really look like and stuff like that. But you know, guys, for now, I'm gonna be wrapping up for today's live stream. Okay, it's been a great time talking with y'all, and you guys know what's gonna happen forward. I'm gonna be saying it again. I'm gonna be uploading Shadow Fight 3 videos until I don't even mind. I'm just gonna be continuing the face cam video because now we're gonna be doing that nowadays. We're gonna do face cam videos, and we're going to be doing the beta videos whenever that slides by. So what you guys know is that I'm already at chapter 7, but I'm pretty much stuck because I have no more gems. If the developers would actually supply me with some coins, perhaps it could have helped a little bit more and actually helped me go through everything. If they only given me more than enough to already overcome the planes and all that stuff, then we already would be able to do it because to get through the planes, we basically probably need a set and also use that set into a higher power if we want to get anything. Why is this page loading? Why is it all of a sudden just scrolling through without even supposedly doing anything? Hmm. That was weird. I still yet to see the winners of the art contest, by the way, because it's already past. It's already Sunday, and the contest and the mid-autumn contest was already ending on Friday. So yeah, it's gotta be like, oh my god. Huh. Yeah, he also got it. So yeah, cool man, cool. Happy that you got it. Happy that he got it. Hmm. Oh, nothing special. Same news popping over again. Alright, close that page. Let's not watch that anymore. 200 gems. Well, I probably have 100 to 200 gems in chapter 7, so that's that. Alright, I'm gonna be wrapping up for today's stream, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and if you guys did, be sure to hit that like button to show support. And if you're new and enjoy my overall content, if you're a new guy and enjoy my overall content, be sure to hit that subscribe button so that you'll become a part of the BossTheModern community, where you're gonna be sitting down, occasionally chatting, and perhaps going to be doing some more fun videos. And if there's any special news, I will give to y'all those news whenever they pop up. So until then, I'll catch you guys. Wait, hold on. What is this? There. So until then, guys, I'll catch you guys in another one.